The Shark, Ferran Torres, the GOAT. He completely saved Barcelona. Oh my God, like, I couldn't believe it. As soon as I saw the substitutions, I didn't think all those players were going to be subbed off. Lewandowski, Olmo, and Raphinha, all at the same time for Ferran Torres, Fermin Lopez, and Frankie de Jong. I couldn't believe it. I honest to God, could not believe that he was subbing those three players off and these three players on. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh my God, he doesn't want to win. Why would you take Raphinha out? I could see Lewandowski, maybe Olmo. I ate my words. And I usually will stand by it when I screw up or if I say something out of pocket and I end up being wrong. I try to keep it 100% of the time, and I ate my words, and the GOAT, Ferran Torres, to the rescue. It's not just me. I think it's most Barcelona fans. We're like, yo, this guy isn't it. Let's sell him. Let's get rid of him. Then he'll do this and really make you rethink, like, damn, like, he just scored 2 goals in the 75th minute and the 85th minute, was on for 20 minutes. And it's like, damn, like maybe this is a guy where it seems like he's fine coming off the bench. It seems like he's fine being a backup and comes in and occasionally will come up big and clutch for Barcelona just like he did today. Wow. Interesting is, I mean, this was a fantastic match. One of the most exciting Champions League matches I've seen all season so far. But I will say, call me out if I'm being a little biased towards Barcelona. I don't think I am, but both goals that Dortmund scored were shit. The penalty, like, whatever, like, it probably deserved to be a pen, but Cabarsi, this is where, like, the inexperience starts to show and gets really frustrating because the ball wasn't going to Guirassy, and even if it was, the guy is horrible. He's an awful finisher. Like, absolutely terrible. He cannot finish in a normal shot in that match. And ironically, he took the penalty and somehow places it perfectly, but there was no reason for that. And why are you extending your arm? This all goes back to Barcelona and their inexperience, the high line, and poor marking and poor defending. And I really hope Araujo comes back soon and can really help get this defense in place, because it's stuff like that. Barcelona's lucky to scrape by with a victory. Again, they were the better team. They should have won 3-1, 4-1, maybe even not even conceded. But because of these tiny errors, it allows these other teams to get momentum, to creep back into the match, and Barcelona almost gave up yet another lead. This would have been like the 3rd or 4th time in the last month, which is completely uncalled for. But they found a way to win, so I'm not going to criticize too much. I'm extremely happy with the result of the match. But the second goal, too, I don't, it was one of those things, I don't even remember what I watched because it was so embarrassing. You had Iñaki Peña come out, and then it goes to Guirassy, and he just literally passes it right into the net. And all the defenders are standing there looking at each other. I feel like I blacked out watching that sequence because it was so embarrassing. I really probably should rewatch what I saw, but that was completely unacceptable for a team of this status in a match of this caliber. You cannot allow this type of stuff to happen. Very, very disappointing and frustrating. And like I said, it's the defense that's going to kill Barcelona. They score goals and then they concede, and they're poor goals that they concede. I say it every single time. Dortmund didn't deserve any of their goals. That's the thing. They didn't deserve any of them, and we gifted them 2 goals. 100% gave it to them on a silver platter. Unacceptable. And the really, really good teams like the Bayern Munichs and Liverpool and Real Madrid and Arsenal, they will not allow you will not be able to get by and beat those teams making these mistakes. So Barcelona is lucky, although they were definitely the better team. They were lucky in that sense. I want to say the first half, I was actually very, very happy with the first half because the performances haven't been great lately. The results have not been what we wanted, but it was a very controlled and calm performance. Barcelona dominated possession for the most part. They created several chances. Unfortunately, they didn't score in the first half, but what they did do is really keep Dortmund on their toes. They made them uneasy, and they really suffocated them. There were so many instances when Barcelona lost the ball, and we saw Dani Olmo and Balde and Pedri attack in packs to win the ball back and then start the counterattack once again. They did that several times, and it worked out incredible, which we really didn't see much of this over the last couple weeks. And I'm really glad we saw that today. Now, again, Where I think the momentum shifted was after they scored their penalty. I think Dortmund kind of gained a little more control in the match and was starting to create chances. Barcelona was starting to get nervous and make some mistakes, which obviously resulted in the second goal. But as a whole, I'm happy with the effort. I'm happy with the result. And it's a huge win in arguably the hardest and most hostile place to play in Europe. So what a result for the boys. Super happy. You know what's strange? Lamine Yamal won man of the match. Due to the circumstances, I kind of would have liked to see Ferran Torres win man of the match. In the first half, Lamine Yamal, I think, was our best attacking player. In the second half, he was kind of quiet, actually, for the first 25 minutes. I think towards the end of the match, he started getting a little more involved. Obviously, with the assist he provided was fantastic. Good performance from him. Raphinha, good performance. There was a moment where in the beginning of the second half, Lamine Yamal had the ball and his head was down, and he did have Raphinha wide open on the left. Did not pass it to him. They end up losing the ball. And then when Raphinha ended up scoring, by the way, shout out Dani Olmo for that just bit of play to get the ball back after that turn that kind of hit the Dortmund's player's hand, and then he got the ball. Perfect pass right to Raphinha. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed, but I'm a little shocked that Raphinha didn't play the ball to Lamine Yamal. I mean, he was wide open. Behind him, easy tap in. I don't know if it was a subtle like, yo, you didn't play me the ball, I'm not playing you the ball. Great finish nonetheless, but I just wonder in that moment, I'm sure a lot of you thought the same thing. Why didn't he pass Lamine Yamal the ball, and is that the reason why? Because Lamine didn't pass it to him like 15 minutes earlier. I think throughout the match, again, Lewandowski, I was a little more involved, I would say, than some of the prior matches, but again, not really an ideal performance. I don't even think he had a shot on target, to be completely honest. And then I think Pedri and Dani Olmo and Casado, for the majority of the match, I'm happy with their performance, and this was one of Dani Olmo's better performances that he's played over the last few weeks. He was a lot more involved in the counterattack. Barcelona started building in the attack through Dani Olmo, and you can tell how much better and how much more dangerous they are when they play through Dani Olmo through the counterattack. The defense, again, we kind of already touched on it. I would say the majority of the match, it was fine. Koundé, I thought, played very well. Balde at times was good too, but it's like the inexperience they have and these stupid mental mistakes, and they just get lost out there, and they just look like, for a couple moments in the match, like they look like amateurs, that they don't know what they're doing. And I really think this is where a signing like Jonathan Tah, and then obviously with the addition of Araujo back, and then maybe going out to try and sign like an Alphonso Davies or another experienced outside back could be beneficial, because rest. Koundé does not get any rest. And then at times, a proper right back, I think, could be nice at times. Koundé has developed into a right back, but I still think at heart he is a center back. And I just wonder if, hypothetically, if Barcelona was able to play, Balde left back, Koundé and Araujo as center backs, if they got a real, true right back in that situation, I think it'd be interesting. And I will say this too, besides the mistake Peña made, I will say he has come up very, very big and has made some great saves over the last few weeks, and I think he's getting more comfortable and confident and better every week. It begs the question, Szczesny is a world-class keeper, and I understand he was retired for, the summer, but are we ever going to play Szczesny? And again, I don't think we're losing because of Iñaki Peña, but I just wonder if Szczesny plays, and if so, does this make a big difference? Even with the defense at all, because he has a lot more experience and control, and maybe he would be able to help calm the defense down and really help captain that defense, especially with Araujo out. So I wonder if that will ever, I'm just curious if that happens. Let me know what you guys think about that too. But overall, I was shocked. Frankie de Jong comes on with Ferran Torres and Fermin, who we haven't seen much of those two lately, and then Frankie de Jong with a very, very has not been consistent. We've pointed a finger at him quite a bit and have criticized him a lot. And you know what? We ended up winning a huge match, so I'm extremely proud of the boys. That's a huge win against a good team on the road. So what a result. I'm happy with it. Fair on the GOAT. We thank you. Now Barcelona just has to really focus on winning these next two La Liga matches. Hopefully they do, and hopefully Madrid drops some points. Thank you guys for watching this match. I'll see you guys back here next time. Peace.